Our IVF process has officially begun.
It has.
And I have the perfect analogy for what that's been like over the last few days.
Okay.
Our IVF process is like when a friend invites you out dancing at a club. And it's 11 a.m. when they invite you. So you say, yeah, I'll come out tonight, have a fun night.
Who's the friend inviting us in this scenario?
That is our IVF decision, let's say.
Okay. IVF is the friend?
On
over?
Let me do my analogy here.
Okay.
So at 11 a.m., because going out won't happen until late that night, you say, yeah, I'll come out, that will be fun. A few hours pass and you begin to think to yourself, but then I have to take a shower and get dressed and spend money. So you think a little bit more and you realize that you don't really have to make a decision about going out until, 8 p.m., let's say. It's 4 p.m. Your friends check in with you. Hey, you're still coming out tonight, right? Yep, we're coming out. We're definitely coming out. But in the back of your head, I don't have to worry about this yet. If I decide at 7:45 that I just don't feel like it, or that I'd like to go out a different night, that's fine. 7:45 rolls around.
Oh boy.
Your friends are texting you, hey, where are you? We're on our way to the club. Like, you're doing this, right? You said so.
Uh-huh.
Really, right now, in our process, are at 9 p.m.
We're in the car.
We are in the taxi, on the way to the club, whether we like it or not. Things are happening.
Oh my god, that was actually a pretty good analogy. It was wrapped up better than I thought it would be.
Thank you.
When you begin with a friend asks you to go dancing, I didn't have a lot of faith, but you really pulled through.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I take my analogies very seriously. This video is going to be about the beginning of our IVF journey.
Yeah.
Because we've begun.
We're doing some stuff in the taxi, apparently.
We are on our way.
The taxi analogy doesn't really work because we're like...
And in the
we're
taxi,
doing things.
you begin testing your follicles. Hello. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
It's time
To talk
about
our lives. For those of you who might be new, I am Shane.
I'm Hannah. We're going way back.
And we're married.
Let's talk about how we met first. No, I'm just kidding.
I was born. But we are documenting our journey as an interabled couple here on YouTube and other platforms. And we're beginning IVF.
Yes, we are. So we put out a video Q&A about why we're doing IVF, a bunch of questions about IVF. We'll link that in the description if you haven't seen it. But just briefly, we casually tried the old-fashioned route for 2 years, but at the same time, we've known for 3 years that the medication that Shane is on for SMA can impact sperm health.
Right.
So we kind of knew that. It was in the back of our minds. So we got his sperm tested about a year ago, found out that it was abysmal.
Excuse me. My sperm is not abysmal.
Is it not?
My sperm is non-existent.
No. So it's very affected, not just by the medication, but we don't actually know how much that is playing a role, but also by the fact that Shane sits all the time, which is a huge factor.
Right.
There's heat and pressure and all this stuff that you don't want.
Yeah, I mean, jokes aside, I am able to, produce a sample.
Yeah.
Actually, very voluminous sample.
Okay, we're gonna.
I
do
have
this
to
again.
mention that in every IVF video. It's my one, it's my thing that I'm hanging on to.
It's the only test that you did well on, and the volume. Good job.
Anyway, high volume, very low number of swimmers.
Yeah, it's more quantity over quality with Shane.
So that is why we're doing IVF, and we've been in the process over the last 6 months of setting up with our IVF clinic and doing all kinds of testing to figure out the plan that will work best for us.
Yep.
Our plan was always to begin when we get back from LA around now. And we've begun.
So yes, we've begun, but before we get into all the details of what we're doing and where we're going from here, we'd like to thank the sponsor of this video.
Thank you to ShipStation for sponsoring this video. Thought that would be more dramatic. I'll fix it in post. If you're a small business owner, I don't need to tell you that the economy lately has been challenging. So in order to keep your business thriving, we all need to look for ways to save money without cutting corners. And ShipStation does exactly that. I've been using ShipStation for years for the work that Hannah and I do, shipping out my books and items to our Patreon followers. I use it for Laughing at My Nightmare, my nonprofit. I love that it grounds all of our shipping channels and all of our shipments to one area, one dashboard that I can organize. You guys know I love to organize, and saves me a lot of money along the way. In fact, you can save up to 84% off of USPS and UPS shipping rates. And if that isn't enough, you can use our promo code to try ShipStation for 2 months for free. Like I said, ShipStation integrates all of your shipping platforms from wherever you ship online into one dashboard, making it super easy to manage the shipping of your small business. Worry less about the bottom line when you save money with ShipStation. Go to shipstation.com/Squirmy and Grubs today and sign up for a free 60-day trial. That's shipstation.com/Squirmy and Grubs. Okay, Hannah, we need to go clean up the boxes now.
So right now we are in the suppression phase of an IVF cycle. Shane, would you like to describe in depth what that means?
The suppression phase is where you shove down all of your anxieties and hesitations and fears about being parents. You just take them and you compact them and shove them down into a place where you cannot access them in any meaningful way, so that down the road they can explode in a fiery rage.
That's Shane's suppression phase. For me, it's a little bit more about hormones.
That's the medical definition.
So right now I am testing my ovulation, and then when I ovulate this month, I will in 10 days begin taking 2 different medications, 1 pill, 1 injection. I do that for 3 days, I get my period, and then when that happens, I go in a couple days later for an ultrasound to see how my follicles are looking. The medications are just to like calm everything down. That's why it's called the suppression phase, to prepare my body for the influx of meds, because right after that ultrasound, I begin taking like the 5 injections a day medicine.
Lots of injections.
Yeah, and that happens for like 10 to 12 days, and then my eggs are taken in a surgical procedure where I'm asleep.
Stolen. Taken is a funny word.
Yeah, removed, harvested, however you want to say it. Egg retrieval is the technical term. It's much nicer.
Sucked out.
Yeah, and then
is what I prefer.
And then the eggs are fertilized with Shane's sperm. They grow for 5 to 7 days. We see how many embryos we get, and then that's kind of the end. Then you can implant, or you freeze them, and there's a whole thing.
We'll get into all that as we progress through this.
That's in a couple weeks.
Right now, you're doing the ovulation testing.
Yes, I am.
And basically, you're just peeing a lot.
I am.
That's my understanding of how it's been going.
I am peeing in a cup. I'm dipping a strip into it. I need to see when I ovulate, and then we begin. That's what I'm most interested in, is like that is going to then tell us when everything else is going to happen. Like right now we have tentative dates. If I ovulate in 2 days, this happens then. But once I ovulate, like the calendar is now fixed.
And just to be completely transparent, it's supposed to be today.
It is supposed to be today.
Like we're expecting your nighttime pee-pee to show that you're surgeon or whatever you call it.
Yeah, I don't feel anything yet though, and I usually feel it, so I feel like it might be tomorrow. But either way, we're getting
down to the wire here. Something that's really important to me throughout this process is that this is really heavy on Hannah, emotionally, physically, and I want to be able to be there for her as best as I can. So to better understand what she is going through, I've been testing my ovulation as well. And I don't know if you know this yet, but after you use the little test strips, I've been using them as well. like kind of dipping them in my pee jar.
Uh-huh.
I'm not fertile yet, but I'm expecting my surge any day now.
No luteinizing hormone in your pee?
I'm sorry, what?
The LH surge, it hasn't happened for you?
Oh no, I have LH.
That's nice because you were so genuine for a minute there and people were probably like, "Aw," and then it turned into a joke.
I am very concerned
I know.
about your involvement in all of this.
I know. I want everyone to know that.
I'm not supporting her by
Yeah.
using her ovulation test strips. I'm supporting her with candy. So now that we have officially begun, like it's happening, how are you feeling?
Oh God, how am I feeling?
Your favorite question?
Terrified. Yeah, terrified.
Yeah.
I don't want to do the injections, really worried about that. That's like such a buildup. Like I almost wish that I was just doing it right now. It's like when I would be at a swim meet and I would be like looking forward, not forward in like an excited way, but when this is looming over you, like this horrible race, I'd be doing like the 200 breaststroke, which I didn't like, and that's at like 4 p.m. I'm kind of using your timing analogy.
Say, you're doing an analogy.
I know, but it's like it's the same feeling where this thing is going to happen that you don't want to do. And I would be like, I just want to do it right now. Like if I could just do the event right now and then I'd be done for the rest of the day. That's how I feel.
I have an analogy, and it's hilarious that you described it in that way.
Another analogy?
I do. Yeah, no, I have an analogy for how I feel right now.
Oh.
It's a little bit darker than yours.
Oh my God.
It's because so much of this process is dependent on how many good sperm they can get from me, and like the numbers are so low, like less than 10. About.
Yeah, it is really like of good sperm that they think will be great.
And normally you're talking in numbers of like thousands or tens of thousands, millions.
It's normally millions.
Mine are in the single digits. So, like the success that we will be able to have is so dependent on like, can they get enough good sperm from me? So, what does that feel like? It feels like when you are in college and you have a big exam coming up and you have not prepared at all, and it's like tomorrow, and you know that there's no way you're going to be able to like study all that you need to study in this one night to be like to feel really confident about it. So you're going into it like, well, I am probably going to do horribly. There really is no hope of an A+. And I hope that somewhere deep down inside me, I can find the wherewithal to maybe eke out like a C.
Wow.
Or a C+. But the test is happening, and there's nothing I can do now.
And it's kind of like you've already gotten your test graded and it's an F in this case. You got the results.
I am a steady F student. And I'm hoping for a big shift in my life.
Oh boy.
Aiming for that C.
You know what's funny? This is like completely off subject.
Are you breaking the fourth wall right now?
There is no fourth wall on YouTube. We're looking into the camera. But you know what's funny? I hope I can find it. How do you see memories? Okay, on Facebook. Here it is.
You found that very fast.
Yeah, well, I went to my Facebook and I see it. I was alerted today that I had a memory on Facebook from 13 years ago.
Whoa.
Okay, so I was 14.
I was not in your life.
No, much pre you. I was in 8th grade. Okay, and I wrote a Facebook.
Ovulation?
No, it's about being unprepared for something in school, and I wrote on my Facebook. Okay, this is so like poor me. Haven't even figured out what recipe I'm doing for my Latin food project. It's due ... It's due tomorrow. Joy. Period. And I have a lot of other homework. I wish I got the flu or something. And then I commented.
Oh my God.
Then I commented on it. Well, not really, but whatever.
That's amazing.
Oh my God.
Poor you with your life problems.
My life problems.
I don't even know what my Latin food project is.
I wrote to someone. I said that I made dates with honey, and I do remember making that, and they had nuts on them.
Wow.
I don't like dates with honey, but I made it.
I'm trying to figure out a segue to bring us back to our IVF video.
Well, I mean, how could I listen to you talk about you're unprepared for school and then not tell you about that thing that I just read?
Yeah, they're very similar.
All of my statuses are like that. It's so embarrassing. Anyway, back to IVF. We're nervous.
We're nervous, but like we're going forward with it.
Yep.
We've made the decision now to begin testing her ovulation. Like that's step one.
Yep.
And so I guess we're doing it.
Yep. We just ordered thousands of dollars worth of medication.
Yeah, that's the next video because I don't want to acknowledge it yet. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
We will keep you updated on everything that's happening.
Yep.
And don't forget to check out our podcast tomorrow. Brand new episode. That'll be out in the morning. Until then.
We'll see ya.
Maybe we'll see you at the club tonight.
Maybe we will.
Dancing.